All right, guys, welcome to the Patient Pod. This is episode number 27. Today, we are talking about how one dog, our beloved dogs, we all love them, how one dog helped the founder and father of psychoanalysis. All right, so let's get going. So, basically, the founder of psychoanalysis, you probably know who it is. You probably didn't really think of him being the founder and father of psychoanalysis, but it is Sigmund Freud, which is massive in the mental health world. So basically what happened was Sigmund Freud never had a dog until he was about in his 70s. So he had already accomplished a ton of work before he got to his 70s. What happened was he gets this dog, and it's a chow chow named Jaffe. Jaffe started to stay in the room with Sigmund Freud when he would do these therapy sessions. And what he noticed is that the patients would start to open up more if that dog was there. Now, what it ended up happening was not only did those patients start to respond better, but also he started learning the difference between those nonverbal cues and what those mean, which are massive, because you can learn so much about somebody just looking at their behaviors and what their hands are doing or what their face is doing. With that dog in there, he was able to pick up on those nonverbal cues. Now, why is this important now? Because in the 1960s, they started to look into it again. They started looking to how animals can help human beings in that therapy session or whatever the venue might be. And in the 60s, they used a lot of the work that Sigmund Freud had done much earlier. And now that is a big component of what our AAT is, which is animal assisted therapy. Massive.
Right on. So what was the whole, as far as, when he's analyzing this with the dog, is it the dopamine? Are you talking about the behavior with the patient that he's having along in the room?
Yeah. So he just noticed that and this is real early. So, not even really knowing what it can be. He just noticed that a dog would lighten people up and would make them more receptive to what he was saying. It was almost like the mood was so much better. And it just tells you the weird connection that we have in between dogs or cats or whatever it is.
Yeah. And, I always say this with animals, especially dogs, because I have one, but they can't talk, but they know nothing but to love you. So it's unconditional love. You feel that energy from them with any human being in reality, most of them. They just got love for everybody. So it probably creates more of an open environment.
Yeah, I think so, because, if you think about even with people, even if it's a very nice person, we also, we're built to survive. We're built to kind of doubt things. Well, any human being, we've had another human being that maybe wasn't so nice to us, whether it's a male, female, little kid, whatever it is. So automatically we are already analyzing everyone. And we're going, I don't know if I want to be open with that person or I want to be open around that person. But with dogs, most dogs have never done anything wrong to people. Now, you do have people that have kind of a negative outlook towards certain dogs, but for the majority of them, really don't have that negative outlook. And all they do, like you said, all they do is know love from them. So it just makes the I don't know, atmosphere or the mood so much lighter, where you can get more done, during that session.
It makes sense. What kind of dog's Looney?
Looney is a beagle.
Oh, Looney.
She would be a perfect therapy dog. So Chelsea, my wife, is a social worker, and she wanted to get Luna into being a therapy dog. And she would be a perfect therapy dog because she's very lovey-dovey. But the only problem is that she can't sit still enough, and then she just wants to lick you the whole time. She wouldn't. If it was at the school or something, that dog would be running through the hallways.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or just looking for food.
Isn't that crazy? They're just they're so simple, and it's so unfortunate they don't get much time on the planet with us in our lifespan. But how they replicate such a perfect behavior towards even like their owners or any human being, on how it's just literally like no matter what, they're going to love on you. They might shy away from you if you had to yell at them or get on them a little bit, but they're always back. They're always consistent. They're always giving you that love, and that's where there's so many therapeutic benefits for mental health with having a dog.
Yeah, and that's
in general.
Yeah, and that's why we're seeing a lot more therapy dogs coming out. And for all of you who fake a therapy dog, don't do that. That's not cool. Certain people need the therapy dogs. So, but it's a massive. They even have dogs that can, if you're about to have a seizure. I was just talking to a lady not too long ago, and she had a nephew that has seizures, and it costs a lot of money to train the dog and
Sure.
all of that. And hopefully, we are able to make that more readily available for people. But that dog can sniff out a seizure before that kid has it, or even blood sugar levels. If you're diabetic, dogs can even do that. So it's crazy the amount of stuff that dogs can do. And I'm sure as technology goes further and as we understand dogs more, we'll probably find out they can do much more than what we even think right now.
Well, and if you think about it, if we're all underneath the skin and flesh, we're just bunches of energetic beings, even dogs, cats. And you notice how a dog will kind of read the room. Their energy level depends on the energy coming into the room. If a kid comes in, or the vet tech comes in screaming his name, oh, hi, it's so good. He's all fired up. But if you come in and how they'll learn, they meet you emotionally in a way where almost they kind of down regulate or up regulate your mood, or they meet you where you're at. If you've had a bad day or if you're going through a tough time, they just gravitate towards that. They just know how to sink in. And that's one of the beauties about having a dog, man.
Yep. And as my wife says, we don't deserve the dogs.
Ooh,
they're too nice.
That's a very good point.
Most of we don't quite deserve dogs because they just are. They're just way too nice. So we thought that was very interesting how one of the starts of animal assisted therapy that's being used, all over the world now is from Sigmund Freud's early days. And really it was almost by happenstance. He just allowed the dog to sit in there and then notice the differences that was going on within that in that room. So always be open to anything.
Yeah,
definitely be open to what's going on around you. You never know what's going on.
Well, and just have appreciation in so many, shelters out there that have too many dogs.
Yeah,
and there's so many out there to be loved on, and they're going to do nothing but love on you.
Go adopt a dog,
but make sure to match their behavior. I have a black lab, so he's very high energy, high drive male, but I'm active. I like doing stuff and being active with him. So you want to definitely match your dog with your energy, kind of your personality. But man, there's nothing better than coming home to that, man.
Yep, absolutely. All right, episode 27. Thanks for listening. Oh, my player is Big Poppy, number 27.
Oh,
who's your number 27 before we conclude it up?
It's kind of salty, but now that we've won 3 Super Bowls after him, Kareem Hunt.
Taylor Swift number 7 or 27? Is that what you said?
No.
Kareem Hunt. Okay, my bad.
Hunt. Yep.
He was a stud, dude.
He was.
He kind of messed up there for a while, but then he's back.
Big time. He'd have won the Super Bowl.
If y'all still had him, it would be awesome. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Make sure you leave us a nice review and make sure to subscribe. See you later.